ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
President Trump arriving moments ago to his first public rally since contracting the coronavirus. Why his doctor says the president is no longer contagious as thousands gather outside Orlando.
If confirmed, it would be the honor of a lifetime.
A high-stakes nomination hearing underway for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett, just 22 days before the election. The contentious questions expected this week. Plus, fire danger returns, how San Diego's heat wave is hurting businesses still fighting to survive the pandemic. But first, a live look from Sanford, Florida, where President Trump just arrived for an outdoor rally. And minutes ago, White House doctors revealed the president is now negative for coronavirus. Over the last 2 hours, we've watched this crowd grow by the thousands. Most people are wearing face coverings, but there's little social distancing. It's the first of 4 rallies planned in the next few days. The president will also visit Iowa, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania this week. And this comes just 7 days after leaving Walter Reed Hospital, where he received experimental treatment for the coronavirus. Today, the president's physician says he is no longer contagious. Just before Trump boarded Air Force One for Florida, his doctor issued a memo saying he has tested negative for COVID-19 on consecutive days. It says he is, quote, not infectious to others. The president announced that he tested positive for the virus on October 1st. Meantime, Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett is preparing to face tough questions in day 2 of confirmation hearings tomorrow. The hearings come a little more than 3 weeks before Election Day. Camilla Bernal is in Washington, D.C. with the highlights from day 1.
Senator Kennedy.
The committee vote may be all but guaranteed.
Unless something really dramatic happens, all Republicans will vote yes and all Democrats will vote no.
But the political stakes on Capitol Hill this week couldn't be greater, as senators hear directly from President Donald Trump's Supreme Court pick, Judge Amy Coney Barrett.
If confirmed, it would be the honor of a lifetime to serve alongside the Chief Justice and 7 Associate Justices.
The controversial nomination hearing kicking off just 22 days before the election and in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. Democrats have argued unsuccessfully the committee should wait. But Republicans have pressed on, and now Barrett is in the spotlight, with Democrats focusing on the president's efforts to end Obamacare.
He wants his Supreme Court and this nominee to join him in eliminating the Affordable Care Act.
And Republicans touting Barrett's qualifications.
Judge Barrett brings impeccable credentials, a judicial temperament, and a faithfulness to the law.
On Tuesday and Wednesday, the questions will come directly from the senators in what will likely include some of the most contentious moments.
I believe Americans of all backgrounds deserve an independent Supreme Court that interprets our Constitution and laws as they are written.
In Washington, I'm Camila Bernal.
ABC 10 News will continue streaming the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing this week. You can watch it live on our website, 10news.com, our free app, or your favorite streaming device.
Those in charge of the race for a COVID-19 vaccine are trying to keep this process transparent.
Those checks aren't just critical to the development of a safe and effective vaccine, although they are. They're also essential to maintaining and inspiring the public trust.
Johns Hopkins and the University of Washington hosted a virtual symposium. Dr. Anthony Fauci took part, as well as the head of Operation Warp Speed, which is the public and private partnership overseeing COVID vaccine therapies. Now, he has vowed to resign if political pressure tries to impact the vaccine and it being safe and effective.
We expect them to read out or have a first look at their efficacy outcome within the next 7 weeks. Nobody can really say when, but the expectation would be that this would happen between the month of November and December.
There are detailed plans and protocols at some 25 manufacturing sites across the country. Independent experts with decades of experience in Ebola, Zika, and HIV gave some perspective on these COVID-19 vaccine trials.
And we use 30,000. If you actually calculate how many is needed for efficacy, most companies would do it around 15,000. But we fortunately have the funding to be able to do larger trials.
The experts promised that phase 3 trial data would be publicly vetted during a broadcasted advisory committee meeting that everyone could see. Now, this symposium, a lot of information came out of it. You can check it out on Johns Hopkins University's YouTube page right now.
As businesses struggle to bounce back during this pandemic, some say that the recent heat waves have been causing even more problems. And we're looking at another week of high temperatures across the county. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala explains the struggles that some are going through each time it gets this hot.
Basically, when it's hot like this, we do lose a business.
Temperatures are climbing above normal across San Diego County this week, and while some restaurant owners are thankful they've been able to reopen inside at 25% capacity, they say this heat is stopping customers from using their outdoor seating as well.
People will rather stay home in AC or shaded area. So especially in Escondido, it's very hot.
Mia Davis is the co-owner of Miko Sushi with locations in Carlsbad, Vista, and Escondido. While her business in Escondido was thriving with outdoor dining after months of a shutdown, she says the recent heat waves over and over again have caused her business to take a hit.
It really impacted our business. A lot of people do not want to sit outside in the hot sun. Around 8 o'clock, it was so hot, and outside patio was almost empty.
Davis says 25% capacity is only about 6 to 7 tables at a time inside, and the outdoor seating is greatly needed to bounce back during this pandemic.
We don't know what to expect.
A heat advisory will be in effect for the coast and valleys from 11 a.m. Tuesday through 5 p.m. Friday. The dangerously hot and dry conditions are also causing fire concerns to grow locally. Firefighters asking everyone to remain cautious and avoid doing anything that can spark a fire. As this year across California, thousands of wildfires have already burned more than 4 million acres, destroying homes and even taking lives. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And with many people staying home during the heat, you may have noticed an increase in energy usage on your electricity bill. Coming up new at 5 o'clock, we'll explain how SDG&E says it's helping families during the pandemic. So let's get right to weather forecaster Leah Pizzetti. She's been tracking these temperatures on the way up this week. Hi, Leah.
Kim, it is just like what Mimi said. We have a lot to be concerned about this week as this heat makes a comeback. I know we got a little bit of a break this past week. It was really pleasant. It was seasonal, but now the heat does return. And like we mentioned, we do have that heat advisory in place. It starts tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and it continues through Friday at 5 p.m. So really this whole entire work week everywhere in that orange area. So our coastal and our inland communities are going to be seeing this excessive heat through the week. You can see from our 24-hour temperature change, the difference from where we were yesterday into today. So we have already started that warming and it's going to continue into tomorrow. So along the coast, on average, 5 to 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. As we move inland, 15, 20 degrees from where we were yesterday. Look at that. Fallbrook is up 21 degrees from this time yesterday. And the heat is going to continue into tomorrow, and then it is going to persist through the next couple of days. I'll break it down for you coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Leah. Remember, you can stay ahead of the temperatures by tracking weather on the go with the ABC 10 News mobile app.
5 states are seeing a surge in coronavirus cases. This story starting our news feed that cases are up at least 50% in only a week in Montana, New Mexico, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Vermont. The U.S. is paying millions of dollars to AstraZeneca to produce antibody treatments similar to the one that President Trump received. Deal worth $486 million for the company to make about 100,000 doses. And President Trump, again, flagged on Twitter for misleading tweets. He tweeted that he is now immune to coronavirus. It is important to note that the CDC says no survivor of COVID-19 should consider themselves immune.